Hello, welcome back to the practice. This show is an unrehearsed look into my creative process. I'm Stuart, I'm a 3D artist, illustrator, and your pal, and I'm excited to have you back for episode 244. This week, I'm going to be reading a short excerpt from Douglas Harding's On Having No Head. The best day of my life, my rebirth, so to speak, was when I found I had no head. This is not a literary gambit, a witticism designed to arouse interest at any cost. I mean it in all seriousness. I have no head. It was 18 years ago, when I was 33, that I made the discovery. Though it certainly came out of the blue, it did so in response to an urgent inquiry. I had for several months been absorbed in the question, what am I? The fact that I happened to be walking in the Himalayas at the time probably had little to do with it, though in that country, unusual states of mind are said to come more easily. However that may be, a very clear, still day, and a view from the ridge where I stood over the misty blue valleys to the highest mountain range in the world, the Kangchenjunga and Everest unprominently among its snow peaks, made a setting worthy of the grandest vision. What actually happened was something absurdly simple and unspectacular. I stopped thinking. A peculiar quiet, an odd kind of alert limpness or numbness came over me. Reason and imagination and all mental chatter died down. For once, words really failed me. Past and future dropped away. I forgot who and what I was. My name, manhood, animalhood, all that could be called mine. It was as if I had been born that instant, brand new, mindless, innocent of all memories. There existed only the now, that present moment and what was clearly given in it. To look was enough, and what I had found was khaki trouser legs terminating downward in a pair of brown shoes, khaki sleeves terminating sideways in a pair of pink hands, and a khaki shirt front terminating upwards in absolutely nothing whatever, certainly not in a head. It took me no time at all to notice that this was nothing. This hole where a head should have been was no ordinary vacancy, no mere nothing. On the contrary, it was very much occupied. It was a vast emptiness, vastly filled. A nothing that found room for everything. Room for grass, trees, shadowy distant hills, and far above the snow peaks, like a row of angular clouds riding the blue sky, I had lost a head and gained a world. It was all, quite literally, breathtaking. I seemed to stop breathing altogether, absorbed in the given. Here it was, this superb scene, brightly shining in the clear air, alone and unsupported, mysteriously suspended in the void, and, this was the real miracle, the wonder and delight, utterly free of me. Unstained by any observer. Its total presence was my total absence, body and soul. Lighter than air, clearer than glass, altogether released from myself, I was nowhere around. Yet in spite of the magical and uncanny quality of this vision, it was no dream, no esoteric revelation. Quite the reverse. It felt like a sudden waking from the sleep of ordinary life, an end to dreaming. It was self-luminous reality for once swept clean of an all-obscuring mind. It was the revelation, at long last, of the perfectly obvious. It was a lucid moment in a confused life history. It was a ceasing to ignore something which, since early childhood at any rate, I had always been too busy or too clever to see. It was naked, uncritical attention to what had all along been staring me in the face, my utter facelessness. In short, it was all perfectly simple and plain and straightforward, beyond argument, thought, and words. There arose no questions, no reference beyond the experience itself, but only peace and a quiet joy, and a sensation of having dropped an intolerable burden. Congratulations if you've made it to the end. Thanks so much for watching this week. Really appreciate everyone who supports the practice. If you want to join that group and throw a cup of coffee my way, literally, figuratively speaking, don't actually throw hot coffee towards me. Please feel free to hit the link in the description below. You can find out how to support the show, and I really appreciate it if you take a moment to take a look there. You can keep up with me and the work that I'm doing at Diligence, DLGNCE on Instagram and the other social medias. The website is diligence.studio. New episodes every week. Please let me know what you're thinking of this slightly revised format. Been enjoying working in this way, and I hope it's been useful for you guys as well. This is Stuart saying thanks so much for tuning in. As always, appreciate all of you. See you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.